Hi everyone, it's Shep Hyken here, customer service and experience expert, and today I'm going to discuss business processes and systems. So here's another customer service horror story about a woman who was so fixated on a process that it almost cost her customer his life. Now, my friend Jerry went to the emergency room of his local hospital. He was in excruciating pain. Something in his abdominal area was not right. He truly felt like he was going to die. Now, he was doubled over in pain, and he limped through the waiting room to the registration desk, and he begged to see a doctor. And the woman behind the desk said, "I'm sorry you're not feeling well. There are two people in front of you, and you'll have to wait your turn to register. If you sign in with your name, I'll call you when we're ready to get your information." And he said, "I think I'm dying. I'm not going to make it." So after several minutes of pleading, she eventually gave Jerry the attention he deserved. Something was seriously wrong. Well, good news and bad news for Jerry. The bad news is he was definitely sick and he needed immediate medical attention. The good news is that it was just his appendix. His appendix had burst, which, even though it was very serious, was a routine surgery. And during the surgery, the doctor discovered he also had a hernia. Ouch! That's painful. Well, today, good news, he's doing just fine. So the process in the ER was that a patient would put their name on a list, not to see a doctor, but to register to see a doctor. And after waiting their turn to register, the patient would wait their turn before being taken back to an examination room. However, that's supposed to change when there's a true emergency. So somehow the woman working the reception was more interested in the process than the person. She didn't recognize or acknowledge Jerry's pain. Regardless, her lack of common sense judgment could have cost Jerry his life. So managing the reception and registration process in a hospital is pretty tricky. People come in with pains and sicknesses that, while uncomfortable, aren't necessarily life-threatening. And then there are those patients with more severe issues like a heart attack. The people on the front line assess the situation and determine if the patient goes straight back to see a doctor or is sent to the reception area to wait their turn. The point is this: it doesn't matter the type of business you're in, regardless of processes and systems, sometimes common sense must prevail. If we hire qualified people and properly train them to do their job, we should let them do what they were hired to do. Give them permission to say yes, teach them when they must say no, and coach them on finding alternatives to avoid saying no. Empower them to make good, common sense decisions because in many situations, common sense prevails. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.